Arlington, Texas. It's week 2 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Dallas Cowboys taking on the Atlanta Falcons.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. A moment ago, here was the scene with the Cowboys emerging from their tunnel. It was loud. It's still loud. We're ready for football as the Cowboys get set to match up with the Atlanta Falcons. Hello again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gunn, joined as always by Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at this Cowboy team entering play. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoy...
The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. And with a marker down, he's up just past the 25-yard line, but I think they're going to be going backwards. Let's check the call. Well, that holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. But that field position after the return wasn't terrific. It's not a great starting field position as well.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Dalton hands off to Elliott. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. He was brought down. The numbers for Zeke from last week. 20 carries, 113 yards.
Well, they set a nice tone in week 1. He's among the leading rushers in the league. I think that they continue to feed him the football and continue to establish the running game so they can get the play action and throw the ball deep later on.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage.
Elliott, the ball carrier.
Grady Jarrett with the tackle. So a look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. And they tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to.
So negative yardage, a loss of 3 on 2nd down, and that leads to a tough 3rd down call. Dalton here from the gun. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain. It's a gain of 9, but it's also going to mean a punt here on their opening drive.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he could break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get into that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
So on 4th down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. It's a 44-yard punt, just 3 on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. And a glance here at the man calling the plays under center, their 6'4" quarterback.
What I enjoyed this week is that you asked to talk to his offensive center before the game and find out a little bit more about him and what the relationship is. And that was a pretty positive story, wasn't it?
Yeah, and really what I took away from that is just how it has permeated throughout the entire offensive line, the relationship they've had. It's really a group that's in sync.
They care about him. That's the thing. They really care. And when you care that much, you're going to play that much harder for him and give him a better chance to lead the team that wins.
And
there's a run there by Todd Gurley. We all know he's looking to rebound from the least productive season of his career. And I think Atlanta presents him a great opportunity to do just that. They'll use him really well running it as well as catching it out of the backfield.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Aldon Smith, the former number 7 pick, gets the sack.
Well, that's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. It's caught. Jones. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
You had to figure they'd try and get the ball to Julio early, and they did it right there. And it doesn't take a degree from MIT to know that, so you had to figure, what's up with the defense? You should know that that's coming right away.
Two 1st downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He'll find Jones again, complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
1st down, Falcons.
Well, I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this is starting.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 34. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
The pass. Complete.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Cowboys' 29-yard line.
The throw here caught by Devontae Parker. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
Okay, I'm not so great at math, but I just looked over at our statistician, Marvin, and he signaled to me 5 for 5 to get things started here on this opening drive. Where I come from, that's pretty good.
That is pretty good. Now, what do you do defensively to adjust?
Well, this is where you got to make a decision as a defensive coordinator. Do you really get after the quarterback? Or maybe you tighten down on the receivers, bump them off of their routes, chip away at their timing so things aren't as precise as they've been so far in this game.
They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now. A stop there on 3rd. They could have held him to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on 1st and goal.
And if I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, that's a big-time pickup right there, and I'd go right at him with another momentum play. I'd go quickly and attack them because right now they probably have their heads down a little bit since they didn't stop them on 3rd down.
So 1st and goal now from the 7-yard line. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. This has been a long drive. You know that defense, they're craving to get off the field. They were able to force it free, but couldn't recover it.
Yeah, and on the offensive side of the ledger, they were thinking about how do we punctuate this drive with 6, right? Making an exclamation point. Instead, you got to put a question mark next to this drive now after the fumble, even though they recovered it.
So they keep the football, but now face 2nd and long. Well, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. This Cowboy defense looked ready for that 3rd down pass. Brings up 4th.
You could tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so they dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
His kick is good. Makes the score Falcons 3, Cowboys nothing.
Well, they didn't get in the end zone, but pretty good balance there on the opening drive between the run and the pass.
Yeah, I think that was probably what they wanted to get accomplished right out of the gate. Throw the ball with success, run it, of course, to set the tone. So we saw the offensive coordinator's play sheet, probably wrote himself a little note. Exactly what we wanted to do. Probed it early and got it done.
2nd drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys, and they'll be looking to avoid what happened last time with just punting the football.
But when you look at how teams play the game, that complementary football comes into play. How do I take care of my defense? How do I take care of my offense? Well, the defense is taking care of them in a lot of ways. Now it's time for the offense to jump things up and help the defense out. Give them a little bit of rest.
Yeah, it's time for them to give them a rest. You took the words right out of my mouth.
7-yard line.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a 1st down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Elliott. Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play.
Down at the 43-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
On 2nd down now. It's Elliott. Powers through again. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Cowboys. 1st and 10 at the 50.
The first carry now for Tony Pollard. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
2nd and 11 now. Dalton off play action. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 31-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
CeeDee Lamb was my favorite receiver in this year's draft, and it's still hard for me to believe that he lasted till the 17th pick of the 1st round. No one took him before that, and Dallas, surprisingly, finds him available, takes him, and you see why. Great hands, great route running. This guy is Mr. Excitement.
A 1st down throw coming for Dalton. Quick hitter here, it's complete. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
2nd and 4 at the Falcons' 25-yard line.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Falcons 3, Cowboys nothing.
again on second down. Dalton. And that is incomplete. The rookie CeeDee Lamb, the intended receiver. And it's third down.
I like what they did there because many of the deep throws we see in the course of a game come to the outside, the perimeter of the field. In this case, they used a slot receiver to run deep downfield and tried to connect that way. Unsuccessful in that attempt, but I like what they were doing.
Another chance for Dalton. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Grady Jarrett making his presence felt. He gets the sack.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
A 49-yard attempt.
And this one is right down the middle. And that will tie us at 3-3.
That ties the game at 3-3.
So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because, you know, after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
Here again comes the captain of this offense, leading his crew back out there now. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because, as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the ground so much.
Right. Julio Jones all alone. The 20. Touchdown, Falcons.
Touchdown.
Julio Jones. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons have taken the lead. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, you know, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
The kick is good.
And it is up.
Makes the score.
And it's good. That'll make our score 10-3 now.
Sterling.
Now following the touchdown, Richter to kick off. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
First and 10.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. Just a lone field goal for him so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. Passing, it's Dalton. Throw left side complete. That's Bell. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. For a successful start to the drive, 17 yards, it moves the sticks.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Elliott. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
Elliott, the ball carrier. Tackle made at his 48-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up
from just shy of midfield. Dalton able to hit his target, Lamb.
CeeDee
And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 41-yard line.
First and 10 at the 41.
First down carry by Elliott. He'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
Elliott, the ball carrier.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Intended for Michael Gallup.
First down marker at the 31. It's third down. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
And 8 yards.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. He hit his first. Now this one from 48 yards away. And Zerline's kick is good. And that'll bring him back within 4.
Makes the score Falcons 10, Cowboys 6.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
10 at their own 28-yard line.
Getting set to go again on offense. We get a peek at Julio Jones now, making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but his shredding defense is getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
He's tackled at the 34-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
2nd and 4. And he gets this one to Ridley, complete.
The pass complete to Calvin Ridley. A gain of 7.
I know I'm one of those that overuses certain terms. And this one, explosive, is what we use for a lot of receivers. But that's Calvin Ridley. Nice catch there. And not only is he explosive, he's been very productive. Since being drafted in 2018, one of the top touchdown rates in the league as a wide receiver.
And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. Big DeMarcus Lawrence getting in there and bringing him to the ground.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend?
Pressure comes, and down he goes. And, partner, it's safe to say that the secondary really contributed to that sack.
Yeah, nickel set, 5 defensive backs. They covered everything. Nowhere to go with the football. But my question is, why didn't he throw it away?
On 4th down, the Falcons trot out the rookie punter from Syracuse, Sterling Hoffrichter, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Fielded at about the 28. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Zeke and the Cowboys ready to begin their next drive. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here.
49-yard line.
On first down, it's Elliott. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Tack McKinley on the stop. A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Draw play, Elliott. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Elliott, the ball.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
That's good.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They'll run with Elliott. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Ezekiel Elliott. Kendall Sheffield on the tackle. It's a gain of 8.
They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line.
Cowboys.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook. Go play action. Toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season. Dalton throwing complete there to Cooper. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. He was able to get away initially on that play, but ultimately not much space to roam.
Great job there by them containing him, because you mentioned he got away initially, and how many times does that end up with a guy taking off for 15 or 20 yards? Here, the support was there, and they made the tackle for a loss.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Dalton, he finds his target. It's Schultz. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. They look to throw on 3rd with Dalton.
And there's a completion to the tight end, and look at the size of these plays.
Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
A 46-yard attempt.
Zerline's kick is up and through. And that gets him back within a single point. It's now 10-9.
Cowboys 9.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the 2nd quarter. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. They'll look to throw now on first down. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
To the sideline.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
At the 40-yard line.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably, your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up. And that'll make this a 6-point game. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And a penalty marker's down on the field. And they might be backing up a bit here to start the drive. And this is going to put them back with a not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. The intended target was Calvin Ridley, but it'll be second down.
Brings up second and 10.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. They'll look to throw again. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. We'll kick things off in Tampa. Carolina paying a visit in an NFC South matchup. And they are seconds away from halftime, all tied in that one. Next, we head off to check out another game. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Cincinnati Bengals. 35-0 is the final score. Lastly, let's get to Pittsburgh. Check on the Steelers at home at Heinz Field. And that one's gone to the half with the visiting Broncos on top. Melvin Gordon, a touchdown run in that first half. In the game you're watching has been the Red Rifle, Andy Dalton, who's led the way. His guys have the lead, as we'll hand it back over to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It'll be Falcons football, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Atlanta now coming out on the field. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
And the Falcons.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
He's looking for Ridley again. That'll bring up second down.
35-yard line.
Looking sideline, incomplete. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
He was looking for Julio Jones, his Pro Bowl receiver. The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And it's 3rd down. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Alvin Smith able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
That's his 2nd sack of the game. And the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
The Falcons send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well.
Tony Pollard on the return. The Cowboys take over 1st and 2.
So here are the Cowboys to take over. They've got the lead right now in this ball game, and they got the victory last week against the Rams, so some good momentum as they come up 1st and 10. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
Dalton's pass.
That catch good for only a couple. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down.
35-yard line.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big gainer there in the catch and run, 37 yards. I guess that answers the question of whether or not they're going to try to play conservative and protect this lead in the 3rd quarter.
And I think this is something we're seeing more and more of in the NFL. Teams not playing to protect leads, teams playing to extend them.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, Dalton. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
8 yards on the pickup.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. To throw again on 2nd down. Dalton, quick hitter here, it's complete.
Dalton
and able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. They'll run on 1st down. Elliott. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Down at the 10-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Seven yards left for 2nd down. Ball at the 10. And Dalton to throw. This will be caught at about the 6. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Completion was get.
That ball is caught. It's Gallup. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Gallup.
Michael Gallup. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
They'll let Elliott try and run it in. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. Needed a couple yards for the 2-point try. They go to the ground game, and it works.
And sometimes it's the exact right thing to do because a lot of teams play you for the pass. So you spread people out, decide to run the football. You often find good running lanes.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Here's Oliver. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
For first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Atlanta prepped and readied for its next possession. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
And the Falcons
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Gonna flare this one out to Gurley in the flat. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down. And we're at the 41, 2nd and 9. On play action, they'll throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 41-yard line. A nice pickup there, 18 yards, first down Falcons. He's such a good route runner, shows it there on third down, very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
They'll look to throw here on first down. To the right side and complete to Hurst. 20! And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of 35.
Still all sorts of time left in this game, and you'd like to be able to say take it one play at a time. But the truth is, they're probably going to have to hit on a few big plays in the passing game to close this gap, and that's a good start right there.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. Again, he'll drop to throw. And it's caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. That'll bring up second and goal after the gain of 5.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Todd Gurley standing by as lonesome in the backfield here, second and goal. He'll get it up the middle, and he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Taking it in from a yard out, and the Falcons draw a bit closer. He had the option to hand that football off. I think it's safe to say that he made the right decision. That was a heck of a run.
It certainly was, and when you mentioned the option, most people think the quarterback's not going to keep the ball. You know, in the NFL, that's usually not the recipe for being around too long. So when you do keep it, it often surprises the heck out of a defense.
Now Younghoe Koo for the extra point. He's got it, and it's 24-17. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it's finished off by a Todd Gurley touchdown run.
17.
Now following the touchdown, Hoff-Richter to kick off. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
At their own 26.
Getting set to go again, Andy Dalton marches back onto the field. He's been pretty solid, pretty consistent, just the 1 touchdown pass, but I think he's managed the game well, no?
I would agree with you, and that's what you're looking for out of your field leader, making sure that you're playing well and not making any big mistakes. Oftentimes, that's how you're judged. How big a mistake and when it occurs. No interception so far. They'll like that.
I just want you to know that you agreeing with me, that's going to get me through this third and fourth quarter. Are you touched? He's patting his heart, boys and girls. He's touched.
Respect.
A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line.
The tackle made at the 47-yard line.
Play action now. Dalton. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Elliott. They had 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there.
Steps out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
3rd down from the gun. Dalton. Throw left side complete. It's Elliott. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
The 43-yard line.
That was just a good example of taking what the defense gave him. No one opened downfield, knew where his safety valve was, swung it out to him. He gets upfield and picks up the first down. Well done all the way around.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Dalton here from the gun. Over the middle, complete. It's Lamb. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first. A 20th carry here for Elliott. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
The ball carrier.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
They go to Elliott again. And he'll get this one down to about the 27.
Elliott again, the ball carrier.
Grady Jarrett on the tackle there. Remember how he emerged in the Super Bowl against New England? Continues to step his play up. Was a Pro Bowler for the first time after 2019.
Seventh play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Dalton. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Dalton operating in the red zone now. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
It's a gain of 7.
2nd down and 3. Ball on the 7. Now back to the ground with Elliott. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds.
That's good for a Cowboys.
It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Falcons 17.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Now Zerline on to add the extra point. And the lead is up to 14. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it culminates in a touchdown run by Ezekiel Elliott.
17.
After the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails, because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust, because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first. On first down, he'll drop to throw. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
2nd and 2.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. 4th down.
Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down inbounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
Getting ready to go again. Here's Andy Dalton marching back onto the field. And after the slow start, the numbers show he has really straightened things out. How often sometimes is that you come into a game and the defense is game planned a little differently than you expected?
More often than maybe people realize, so adjustments are often a big part of each and every game, and it's not just getting to halftime. It's series to series to make it work, and being able to hang in there when there's a little adversity early and see them able to flip it around, it's kind of gratifying for a team to watch, especially for a coach. In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
From the gun on 3rd down. Dalton. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news, but this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
It's a gain of
4th quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure they only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. DeMarcus Lawrence picks up his second sack of the afternoon. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. The throw over the middle taken in. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Julio Jones. It's a gain of 11.
Julio Jones has averaged 90 receiving yards per game every season since 2013. And when you factor in that every game plan calls for them double and triple covering him, yet he's still putting up those kind of numbers, that tells you the excellence of Julio Jones.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Incomplete.
I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted. And if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Jalen Smith. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. Dalton, 1st and 10. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Schultz. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
2nd and 4.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
On 2nd down, it's Elliott. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
Elliott.
A 5-yard gain there makes it 1st and goal. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line.
Carry.
2nd and goal from inside the 5.
A gain of 5.
Out of the gun, it's Dalton. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
Incomplete.
Operating from the gun. Dalton. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Cedric Wilson there to make the grab. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning, right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. 5 plays there on that drive. And it culminates in a Dallas touchdown. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover.
Second and 10.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. This pass into the hands of the running back, Todd Gurley. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards there, first down.
And there's a catch by Todd Gurley, and that has to remind us that's exactly what we've seen in him throughout his career when he's at his best. He can run it, he can catch it. He led the league in total yards from scrimmage in 2017 with nearly 3,000. Todd Gurley, when he's on point, is quite a weapon for the Atlanta Falcons.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 10. Looking downfield for Jones. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And this is going to be incomplete.
Intended for Julio Jones.
Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. This is Elliott. Stop made by Marlon Davidson.
Ezekiel Elliott, the ball carrier. He's tackled at the 32-yard line. A 3-yard pickup.
Again, it's Elliott.
And 7.
And pretty good running as he'll be close to a first down at the Falcons' 27. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. Got what he needed for the first down with a gain of 2.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage, the stop troops, the defensive guys, they've got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
On 1st down, Elliott. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down. This defense, Charles, they have unraveled here in the 4th.
In a sense, it's like they're being pressed like in a basketball game, and they just can't get the ball over half court. I mean, no matter what they do, they can't get off the field. They can't slow them down. They're just going up and down the field against them. Yeah, unraveling would be a perfect word for them.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. And now to the air, Dalton. That is caught at the 7-yard line.
Dalton's pass.
Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Brings up 2nd.
So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be giving a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, Carrick. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Ezekiel Elliott, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. And that'll increase their lead to 28. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it culminates in a touchdown run by Ezekiel Elliott. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Atlanta prepped and ready for its next possession. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards, and that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. That's caught over the middle by Hurst. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back and they put over 350 yards on you, you've had a long day. The key to everything, if you're doing it without throwing interceptions or turning the ball over.
The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
Incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
4 yards to go.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. Boy, not deterred from those first 2 failed attempts. They're going to go a 3rd time here on 4th down. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Cowboys defense is going to get them the football back. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Cowboys, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against the Chicago Bears.